Hi, welcome to Lesson 2 of Sunflower Studies. Today we're learning about affirmations. Your words are powerful. A Japanese researcher named Masaru Emoto photographed water crystals after positive and negative words were attached to the water bottles. He found that the water exposed to positive words created much better crystals with more uniform and intricate geometric designs. Here are some examples. You fool. You make me sick, I will kill you. Hope, happiness, love, and gratitude. In his book, The Hidden Messages in Water, Emoto described an experiment using rice. 2 jars were filled with cooked rice. Each day for a month, one jar was told, "You fool," and the other was told, "Thank you." After a month, the rice in the jar that was exposed to negative words was rotten, and the rice in the positive jar was not. I did cook some rice and put it in jars and start this experiment. However, enough time has not passed and mine aren't ready yet. Luckily, I have a friend whose daughter did this as a science fair project, so I have their pictures. They used several jars of rice, some with words on them and some with pictures attached. The jar on the left is an example of the positive words or pictures. This one had a picture of a waterfall wrapped around it. The one on the right had a picture of garbage. She said that the jar on the left with the picture of the waterfall smelled like soap, and the jar on the right smelled like garbage. You are made mostly of water. If a written word on a jar of rice or a bottle of water can have this kind of impact, what impact could your words have on you? Affirmations. What are affirmations? There are a lot of different names for the same thing. Declarations, power statements, mantras, but they're all kind of the same thing. They're positive things that you say to yourself. Affirmations are a way to reinforce positive thinking about yourself and your life. How do affirmations work? Your brain believes what you tell it. If you tell yourself negative things, your emotional and physical health are negatively impacted. If you repeatedly make positive declarations, you announce to yourself and the universe whom you are and what you want. Affirmations are a way to reprogram our thinking to focus on more positive thoughts. Some guidelines for affirmations. Affirmations need to be in I statement form. I am, I have, I can. Use I, me, or my rather than you or your. Saying I is much more meaningful than saying you. They must be positive. Emphasize what you want, not what you don't want. So if you say, I am not a smoker, you're using negative wording both with the word not and with smoker. On the other hand, saying I make healthy choices and treat my body well is positive. Your affirmations should emphasize what you want, not what you don't want. Present tense. State your affirmations as if they are already true. I will lose weight is future tense. My clothes are baggy is present tense. State your affirmations as if they are already true, even if you don't believe they are. You are going to be writing your own affirmations. The next section of this video will guide you through writing multiple types of affirmations. You need to go get paper and a pen. Pause the video wherever it's needed or wherever I tell you to, so that you can follow along and write your affirmations along with this. Go ahead and pause the video and go get paper and a pen. I'll be waiting for you when you get back. Welcome back. Types of affirmations. Sometimes regular affirmations are not sufficient. When life is really rough, telling yourself something overly positive will not work and can sometimes be detrimental. Different kinds of affirmations are needed at different times in your life. Here are 3 types of affirmations. The first is create. The create affirmation is the kind that you use on a regular day. These create a vision of the life you want. Some examples are: I am a conscientious student who is always learning. I show compassion to my coworkers. I have an organized and tidy home. Pause this video and write a create affirmation statement. The next type of affirmation statement is cope. Coping statements are when things are really, really hard and you need to heal. Coping statements will help you get through difficult times. You acknowledge how things are and that you are going to get through it. Recognition followed by encouragement. Here are some examples. Things are really tough right now, but they will get better. I can get through this day. I have gotten through hard things. I can get through this hard thing. Pause the video and write a coping affirmation statement. A third type is combat. This is the kind to empower you to fight against the things that are holding you back. Combat statements help to empower you. Some examples: I will shine a light on the lies and destroy them. I am a defender of truth. I am a warrior. Pause the video and write a combat affirmation statement. Aside from those 3 types of affirmation statements, I'm going to give you 3 options of ways to write affirmations. The first one is to use a list of challenges in your life. Get a piece of paper and divide it into 2 sides. Fold it in half, draw a line down the middle, something like that. Pause the video again if you need more time for any of this. On the left-hand side of your paper, you're going to write a list of challenges or problems you have. I would recommend just starting with a few. Here are some examples. I am overweight. I am not good with money. My house is a mess. So these are challenges or problems that you feel like you have. Pause the video and write a short list of challenges. Now that you have this short list of challenges, on the right side of the paper, you're going to write 3 positive statements for each negative statement. 2 of the 3 positive statements will relate to the negative statement, and a third will not. For the example of I am overweight, I am healthy, I am beautiful, I am smart. 2 of the sentences are kind of related to the weight, and 1 is not. Pause the video and write 3 affirmation statements related to the first item on your list. An example with the second statement, I am not good with money. I manage my finances well. I make decisions carefully. I am hilarious. The third one, my house is a mess. Examples, I have a tidy home. I am an organized person. I love my family. Pause the video and write 3 positive statements for each of the negative statements on your list. Remember that 2 of the positive statements will relate to the negative statement and 1 will not. Now that you're done, rip that piece of paper in half and throw the left side of it away. The statements on the right, the positive statements, post those somewhere and repeat them to yourself. Our next option is with a concern or a problem. Think of something that concerns or troubles you. Here's an example. I hate that I have this injury that is holding me back. Pause the video and write down a concern or problem you have. To write an affirmation related to this, first you will write a positive statement, positive present tense I statement related to that. So, for example, my body is healthy and whole. Pause the video and write a positive statement related to the original concern. This is kind of like the other create and regular affirmations that you may not believe it's true, but you want it to be true. After you've written this positive statement, you will write 3 statements of gratitude that are related to the original issue. I am grateful that I only have a minor injury. I am grateful that I have good medical care. I am grateful that I can still do a lot of things without pain. Pause the video and write 3 statements of gratitude for your original concern or problem. Our last option is to use a list of words to write an affirmation statement. You're going to start by writing a list of 20 positive words that are either about you or things that you want to be about you. So pause the video and write a list of 20 positive words that describe you or that you want to describe you. Now that you have your list of 20 words, choose 7 that are the most important to you and circle them. Pause the video if you need to circle the 7 most important words. Once you've chosen 7 words, you're going to write a positive present tense I statement affirmation using those 7 words. It can be one sentence or it can be multiple sentences. The example with these 7 words is, I am a successful, wealthy, and responsible woman. I have a life filled with happiness and love. I am compassionate and giving. Pause the video one more time and write an affirmation using this list of 7 words. Now that you have your affirmations or several examples written, where do you put them? Affirmations should be placed in locations that you see frequently. Maybe in your car or on your desk at work, by your bed in your bedroom, on the refrigerator, at the front door. One idea is to place the affirmation on your bathroom mirror, about center but lifted up a little bit, so that you have to look around your affirmation to see yourself in the mirror. Think about your environment and think of some good places to put your affirmations. You don't need only one affirmation. You'll need a lot of affirmations because life is tough. So put affirmations all over the place. Reciting your affirmations. Don't just say your affirmations in a dull, monotone voice. Don't be sarcastic. That might be tempting sometimes. The first thing you want to do when you recite your affirmations is to calibrate. You're going to need to stand up for this part. Calibration helps center you and get your mind in the right frame for reciting your affirmation and believing it. First, stand with your feet forward and shoulder width apart. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Hold your head high. Leave your hands loose and relaxed at your sides. Your tailbone should not be tucked. That's a common position when you're trying to stand up straight, but you don't want to mimic the posture of a scared dog. Smile. Once you've calibrated, recite your affirmation in a positive tone. Try variety when you recite your affirmations. Use different tones or pitches or volumes. Use a different posture. Use a superhero pose or gestures. Use music, either sing your affirmations or have instrumental music playing along with your affirmation as you recite it. Recite your affirmations at least twice a day, preferably more. Have a variety of coping and combat statements ready in times that you need them. Your affirmations may sound fake or forced or a lie. Keep doing it. Pretend you believe it, say it like you believe it, and make it be true. Your affirmations, you're not telling a lie, you're telling the truth in advance. There is an app I wanted to tell you about. Unfortunately, this app is only available for Apple devices. I have not found that it is available for anything else, and I haven't really tried to find any other apps that are like this one. But if you do have an Apple device, this app is free. The app has a list of recordings in both male and female voices for a variety of needs: addiction, confidence, love, anxiety, weight loss, etc. You can select one to play, adjust the volume, even down to subliminal levels, and set a timer. So if you are looking at the screen, at the bottom, you can't see it on this screenshot, but at the bottom left is a button that says Affirm. So you select one of the recordings. The blue ones have male voices, the pink ones have female voices. And then you click Affirm to play the affirmation or whatever track it is that you've chosen. For our purpose, we want to record our own. So at the bottom of the app screen is a button that says Record. When you click on that, a red bar will come up and you select the red bar to start and stop your recording. So recite your affirmation once or multiple times. After you stop the recording, it will be shown in red at the top of the screen as Personal Message 01. You can select that to listen to it, change the name, or delete it. Going back to the main screen, you select Affirm at the bottom of the screen, going back to this list. Your recordings will be listed at the bottom in red. When you play your recorded affirmation, it will either play continually on a loop until you tell it to stop, or you can set a timer and it will play until the timer ends. It is not required that you get this app. This is just an option to help you out if you would like. Let's review what we learned today. We started with Masaru Emoto and the hidden messages in water. Emoto taped positive and negative words to bottles of water and then froze that water and photographed the ice crystals and noted that the water exposed to positive words had much more beautiful uniform crystals. From that, we learned about affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that we use to announce to ourselves, our conscious mind, our subconscious mind, the universe, what we want in our lives. Some guidelines: use I statements. So I, me, or my, not you or your. Make it positive. Don't say not, and don't say what you don't want. State it with things that you do want to attract in your life. A third guideline: make it present tense, not future. We talked about 3 different types of affirmations. There was the create affirmation that creates the life you want, the cope affirmation when things are really tough, and the combat affirmation when you need to feel empowered. We went through 3 ideas for writing affirmations. One with a list of negative statements, where we wrote 2 positive statements related to that negative statement and 1 random positive statement for each of the items on the list. Another one was taking a current problem or concern we had and writing a positive statement and then some gratitude statements related to it. And the third was using a list of words to write an affirmation. Where do you put them? Anywhere you're going to see them. How do you say them? You calibrate, stand up straight, use a positive voice, and recite your affirmation positively. We talked about the Subliminator app, if you would like to use that to basically listen to your affirmations while you sleep. I hope that you took the opportunity to write some of the affirmations that we practiced in this lesson. Your challenge for the week is to rewrite at least one of these in nice penmanship, post it somewhere. Recite your affirmations daily. Send me a picture of your affirmations that's posted somewhere in your environment. Have a great week. Hope to see you next time.